Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Schlayer, and today I just wanted to make a really quick video of going over some settings. It's pretty much all we can do right now. We can actually log into the game before it launches. So if you wanted to change some settings around, I think this would probably be the best time to do so you don't have to do it when the game launches while you're on the beach and you see everyone else leveling up around you and whatnot. So let's first go into the key bindings. I didn't change too much within here. I think the only things I really changed were weapon abilities. So Q, E, and R, I changed to that, and then my interact button, I changed to F. I feel like that's just a better option, having everything all on the same row. The last one, go down to the ping menu, I changed ping wheel, the little wheel that pops up. It was middle mouse button when you held it, and then the things would come up. I'm going to be using targeted healing, and that is used through the middle mouse wheel. So that was something I wanted to change really quick before things just got really confusing. Next, under preferences, I made sure to have a language filter if you were going to be streaming or making videos and you didn't want cuss words to be filling up everything in your chat, then that's pretty easy just to put on. Subtitles if you want, sure, it seems to help sometimes with people watching stuff and being able to view things a little bit easier. And lastly is bandwidth mode. I usually just set this to high. It may have some troubles when you're streaming. I'm gonna have to test that out, of course, tomorrow. And if I do, I'll just probably drop it down to medium. But I didn't think I had any troubles when I was in open beta. All right, going into gameplay, camera sensitivity is one thing I would recommend just dropping super hardcore, just because it is really, really sensitive. And even if you're playing on a certain mouse DPI and you're used to playing on something fast, it's still gonna probably be a little too fast. I found a perfect balance at 800 DPI on my mouse is 16. So just kind of go a little bit lower and then just kind of go up from there. It's a little bit easy. I disabled camera shake. It was kind of, it didn't really look the best, and I'd rather have a more clear picture, especially when I'm healing. Always show rectile. I made sure that was off. So when you sheath your weapon, it doesn't show the rectile on the screen. So it gives you a nice clean screen. And going into the HUD, I made sure always show weapons is a thing because it'll show both of the weapons in the toolbar. And then when you switch something, one pops up and then it collapses, and then you're not able to actually see those ability cooldowns and understand, well, my abilities are back up. Maybe I can switch back to that weapon and reuse them again. So having always show weapons will have them both showing at the exact same time, which is really nice. So I made sure to have show extra ability cooldowns on. That's a very useful function because it's right below eye level where your rectile is. So it's pretty nice to have that information. Except duel invites, I'm going to actually turn off because I'm not going to probably be doing too many duels. And if I want to, I'll turn that on. But if you're in PvP, a lot of people do dual invite requests to cover up your screen partially, and then they just start attacking you. So I would just keep that off just for that safety purpose so you don't get ganked. Auto traverse is definitely up to you. I may be turning this on at some points, especially if I'm just going to be running and doing something AFK. As for healers, targeted healing is definitely going to be a preference. I haven't actually got to use it too much, so I'm not going to recommend anything right out of the gate. I believe these were just all defaulted. So I would just say go test it out for yourself. Make sure you like what you like. And lastly, auto pinning quests. That is another huge preference. I like to have the main story quest always being pinned. Side quest is something I may choose to do at some other times. Usually I'd be focusing on main story right out of the gate, and then I would probably turn on side quests once things kind of start slowing down or I need to do stuff. So like the gap between like 18 and 22 or 25 or so. That would be the time to maybe put side quests automatically pinned. Faction missions I won't always pin because I'm choosing to go and do those, and that would be pretty nice. And then town projects are more of a side hustle kind of thing, so I don't really need to have those auto pinned unless I know I'm going to be going out and doing them. Recipes could be a good thing. I'm not 100% sure if it shows every ingredient needed in those recipes, so that one could be a good one to turn on. I'm going to actually just put that on just in case, and we'll be testing that out. As far as visuals go, this is more of another preference on your visual game. I'm actually going to be playing on medium for the most part. It didn't really affect my stream too much. I'm running on a 2070 Super, and I never seem to have too many stumbles. It may be dropping some of these down. I'm going to kind of go min-max on my graphic settings. I usually like to do that, to go down here and turn on your max FPS to 60 FPS, because uncapped right now is just going to give you a lot of screen tearing if you go into places, and it really does fluctuate, at least in the betas. So it wasn't worth it. And especially if you're going to be streaming or making videos. Kind of coming back up to the top here, field of view, I'm actually going to be turning this all the way up. It's all vertical based, so everything here will be seen, nothing in here. So if it's like right here, everything will still be the same this way, but if you have like a 50 right here, and then you go to 70, it's just going to give you a better view distance. Going down to the bottom, player nameplate amounts is actually defaulted to 15, so I did change that. I'm going to just keep that at 15 for now. I would cap your FPS in the background just so you don't waste frames. It's just kind of simple as that. And then dynamic resolution scaling, when enabled, automatically adjust internal game resolution to maintain frame rate performance. I personally don't like to use any of these kind of dynamic resolution scalings. It really gets a little jaggedy sometimes. That's something you can definitely test out if you need to, but I would just recommend keeping it off for now and then going later on and testing that out. There's really nothing in audio wise. There's just a lot of different ways to adjust your audio, which is really nice. In communications though, since you do have voice over IP, you should have a microphone so you can talk to other players, especially if they're not in your guild or if you're just doing random expeditions with people. Always use push to talk. It's just kind of nice and it's just like a nice ethical thing to do. Here's some good accessibility features if you need them. All right, hopefully this video helped you out and maybe got some ideas on how to get your settings set up. Again, you can go into New World right now and go through your settings before launch. So if you're watching this before launch, that's great. If you're watching it after, then, well, hopefully this helped you out. Definitely give it a big thumbs up to pass it around to other people and subscribe for more content since this is going to be just a plethora of stuff coming up. We're so close to launch. I'm so excited. We'll be seeing you in New World. Peace. Have a good one.